Hey there, everybody. Today I'd like to talk about the limits of technology and the limits of humanity and where the two meet. Would there be a time that we can no longer separate man and machine? Today we will try to give some answers with the help of one of my favorite philosophers, personally, Emmanuel Levinas. For Levinas, it is impossible to define the other, the person in front of us. Human is infinite and exceeds every definition. To be human is to be a subject as opposed to an object, which is definable. When trying to define something, we try to contain it in ourselves. We objectify it. According to Levinas, that's immoral, almost a murder of the other. When you look at another person, the face and the gaze of them, they beg us, please do not objectify me. As he states in his book Totality and Infinity, the face is present in its decline to be contained. In that sense, one cannot conceive it or embrace it. I always wondered what would Levinas say about the current technology and how would he want us to apply his ethics today? In our age, the age of the internet, everyone serves as their own idea, and we constantly interact with people we don't actually see. There's no face anymore to be able to ask us not to objectify. In the past, people would also objectify others, maybe by imagining conversations with them and having the other appear in my mind in the form of an idea and maybe in the form of an object. The difference is that the expectation of interaction has changed, and it is much easier to treat someone as an object if they do not stand in front of you. If my phone, for example, is an object that performs certain functions, then it is easy to assume that the person I'm talking to through that same phone is also similar to a device and maybe an object that performs functions as well. Studies show that people are often more cruel online. It is probably a lot easier to do that if the person is not in front of you. On the other hand, the smartphone that has internet and apps, of course, it seems to have infinite. There's countless functions and knowledge within it. In days past, objects were totally different. They had certain functions and were easily defined. But what does a smartphone do? Do you call people with it, text them, play games, and use apps? There's smart speakers, light bulbs, and even refrigerators. All are objects that, with time, exceed every definition. It seems odd to say, but maybe the difference between a person and a smartphone becomes blurred. If a person is infinite and exceeds any definition, then they are a subject, but also the smartphone is becoming infinite and exceeds any definition. With the rising of artificial intelligence, maybe very soon we won't be able to even tell if we're talking to a computer or an actual person. This resemblance might be dangerous. When there's no lines drawn, our ethics may deteriorate further. But how can we fix this and make sure that humans do not objectify others? One way is that the phone would be just a tool that does a definite number of actions and so it stays within the object areas. Another way is that the border will actually be erased and the phone will have features that obscure the fact that it's an object with artificial intelligence and feelings. Then the ethics of Levinas will apply to computers as well. The gaze of the device will tell a person, do not try to define me. I am infinite and exceed any definition. That's all for today. Thanks so much for watching And if you liked this video, please consider to subscribe and hit the like button, cause many more are coming your way. See you next time.